Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one. Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward. 2nd down and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. Finding some room at midfield. And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road? I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year,
That's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, 58 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Love.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun. Love. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Shotgun, it's Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Past the 20.
No, sir.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 117 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a handoff looking right. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Love. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing, Love. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second
quarter.
And, you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going up top.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll find Ruggs on the right side.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Bring in the second string.
Picked off by Troy Pride. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. That's caught by Waller out left side.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He'll have a first down past the 40. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On play action, Love to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Max Crosby in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's Love. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy from 19 yards away. And the Broncos cut into that lead. This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drives. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw there complete to Ruggs. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Another completion there. And you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
That catch good for only a couple. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Back to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. They'll stay with the run, and Armstead. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
This is Smith with a grab. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On second down, Armstead. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, watch the slant.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
My goodness. 232 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now they try the right side here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Denver.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hands it off out of the gun.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8
How's
ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And my goodness, another interception.
Right down their throat.
Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Second and 6. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Love. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
One last shot now for Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold, and unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working.